Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 23 of Sky Capsule Project, a modpack by TheMediocreModders. Well, in the last episode we got 3 of the 4 gas completed. The only one left is Antimatter, and that's what we're going to try and resolve today. Then in the end we also started making Fissile Fuel because we need it for a fission reactor to get to Antimatter. I also prepared all of the bees for breeding so that if ever an episode is a bit too short for my taste, I can just finish all the bees. Yeah, I said that. Too short for my taste. It is possible. And finally, because of the mana pool that we're going to have to create for the creative mana pool, I finally had to bite the bullet and just make this setup. It's super simple. Block placers on each side, placing a block breaker on a 1500 tick timer, and that's, see, it's even a bit too long, but I just don't want to take any chance of breaking a stone into cobblestone. See, that one hasn't finished because the way these work when they're on a pulse is they still need to finish doing the progress bar. So now the progress bar finished and it took it, and the timing had already started for the next one. So if I get it just too close to comfort, it might break it at the wrong moment. So now it's going to break this one, but nope, still not started. And finally, then it's doing it. So we have to be careful there. Just want to come right back here and show you. Like I said, these are the each of the gas. I'm not going to take one out because if I do, I'm not going to be able to put it back in. But these are basically the sulfuric acid, sulfur trioxide, and uranium hexafluoride. And right here we have the fissile fuel. And the one that's missing here is antimatter. So now we need to go set some recipes because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff today. So let's just go at Mekanism. Whoa, can't write right now. At Mekanism. And we're going to make some recipes. So for the fission reactor, super simple. First, we need fission reactor casing, like so. Then we need fission reactor port, like so. Then we need fission, no, I don't need the logic adapter. I'm not going to make it. Fission fuel assembly. Then we need 2 more things that are not here. We need structural or reactor glass, reactor glass. Yes, right here. And we need the top of the rod, the fuel assembly something. Right here. Sorry. Perfect. So let's come back right here, show all of this in here. But that's just the reactor. We're also going to need to make a turbine. And I'm going to explain the whole thing as I'm building it. So we're going to need turbine casings. We're going to need turbine valves. We're going to need, turbine vent. And we're going to need some turbine rotors and turbine blades. But if you just use the name to find out what you need, you're going to forget a couple of things because that's basically the main setup. But we're also going to need a rotational complex. So the rotational complex is what collects the power from the blades turning. Then the rotational complex needs to be safeguarded. So there's something called pressure dispersers right here. Sorry. Then there's the next step that we need. This is so complicated. We need coils, electromagnetic coil. That's what actually produces the power. Then we need another thing. We need condenser, saturating condenser, which is basically what transforms the vapor back into water. And the vent we've got. So all of this can go in here. And I don't think I need another netherite crafter. Like, these netherite crafter are amazing, but we're making so many recipes nowadays that it's not enough. So first off, let's put all of this in our inventory. I don't think I'm going to need any of this for now, and let's just go and try and set up. Oh, what did I do with my dislocator? Right here. So let's just go to Power Gen 1 and go. Perfect. You know what? I just want to go sleep. I'm so tired. Oh, sorry, boys. Going to take a quick nap because building that fission reactor is going to be a lot of work. Wow, finally. Perfect. So let's go. Power Gen 1 up. And let's get some fission. So fission, we're going to order 128 of those. I'm not even sure it's going to be enough, but let's do it for now. Fission rule. So 64. That we're going to need a lot. Then we're going to need reactor. So I want reactor port. We're going to need 6. I said 6. Perfect. Then reactor glass, we're going to need a crazy amount of that. Oh, we need enriched iron. Okay, so I guess we're going to take a small break and go enrich some iron. So home. Okay, enriched iron is a bit of a problem though. So enriched. The reason I say it's a bit of a problem is that the way my machine is set up, it's really not well done for that. Like, if I use not this one, the ultimate smelting, the crushing, the ultimate enriching, if I use this, the problem is I can't input both items from the top. So you know what, I just want to get things done. So let's go right here and say iron. I'm going to grab a couple of stack of iron, then coal. I'm going to grab a stack of block of coal, and I'm just going to show that. Huh? No, so it's not. I'm not using the right machine, am I? Yeah, it's that one. Sorry. No, what machine is it? Darn it. Enriched iron metallurgical infuser. Okay, so let's just go back here. Oh, this is going to delay me way more than I was hoping. So, metallurgical infuser. I even think I have one that I had crafted that I thought I didn't need, but I'm going to end up needing. And then I'm going to go like this and like this. And yeah, so that's started. So now I need to have a drawer right here, like so. Put it down here. We're going to set this to auto eject on the left, and then we're going to put an exporter on the top. I'm going to need an external storage. I'm going to need an exporter. I'm going to need some cable. External storage. Perfect. Exporter. And we need to export 2 things. Hey, I need 2 exporter. That's kind of why. Oh no, I don't need 2 exporter. I don't even need a single exporter. See, that's the kind of thing that I forget. We're going to need some EMC link. Just grab 2 of these. I know they're not the highest here. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. Let's just do this, and we need to wrench this to disconnect it. Wrench it. Perfect. Now I need some pipes. No, we're not using pipe. I keep forgetting. What I need is actually these one. Nope, not mechanical, logistical. Yeah, right here. So logistical right here and logistical right there. And this one we're going to set to ironing it, and this one we're going to set to coal. And I can show all of this back in here. Just be careful not to do everything. And then this we need to input from the right. Oh, I don't even know if I have the right thing until I configure to extract. Perfect. And extract. So, guys, what are you doing? So this one is what? Iron. So iron has to come from the back. So red has to come from the back. And orange, well, not yellow. Yellow has to come from this side, and then perfect. So technically, yes, this is fully filling, which means that we've started making enriched iron, and now we only need to connect these and upgrade this machine, because right now it's way too slow. Let's go back in here, throw all of that in here, and we're going to grab a couple of upgrades, and then we're going to be able to get started. It's always when you think you're all ready that there's just one little bit missing. So let's do this, this, and this, and then we can come here and we can say, oh no, the installer are right here, and I'm running out slowly, so I might need to craft some more before this whole series is over. So install, 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 and voila, perfect. I can forget about this now. It's started. Let's just go to the power gen 1 and let's get started. Perfect. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to need to take a couple of torch out. We're going to reset them later. And we're going to make our first reactor. And I'm going to make it 11 by 11 by 11. I just, that might be way too big. It might not be big enough, but it really doesn't matter to me. So let's just go, you know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to make it 9 by 9 because, again, we're going, once we get antimatter, I've already shown you how we can dupe things, so there's no reason. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 11 by 11 it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Then we're going to need a lot more stuff then, because I kind of screwed myself up. So if I come back here and I go Reactor Glass. Oh, I can already make so much. This is amazing. Okay, so we're going to set this up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the beauty of the creative one that we have. So this is not going to be proper for now, but it's okay. I'll explain and I'll reset whatever I need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Well, that's enough. We're now going to need a lot more reactor casing. That's way too much, but again, resources are kind of cheap nowadays, so it's not a problem. And then we can just go, because the way these reactors work, technically I could make it glass everywhere except the frames. With Mekanism, the frame always needs to be a solid block. Let's just go back here and this corner. Oh, and that corner. And let's just make a line. So the reason I make a line here is that when I'm going to want to wand the closure, I'm going to be able. Okay, so this is the basic, like we're going to close it all like the bottom here. So now this needs some input and output. So we're going to make a hole right here and right here, just for symmetry and because it's beautiful. And we're going to set 2 fission port right here and 2 right there, like this and like this. Then we're going to set 1 right here and then 1 right here. And oh, that's more damage than I wanted to make. And then I'm going to explain. So now we need our configurator. And we're going to configure these. So now these ports are set to change mode to output waste to output coolant. So this is going to output the coolant, which is going to be steam. So these 2 are going to output coolant. This one is going to be input only. This one is already input only. Then this one is going to be the input for the fissile reactor stuff, and this is going to be the output for the waste. So perfect. All of these are already set. There's no controller, there's no brain, which I find bizarre, but this is how it is. Now, what you want to do is you need to set the fission fuel assembly, but it's better if they're not touching each other. You don't want them to touch each other because that's how, from my understanding, that they're more efficient. So you just make this nice little checkerboard pattern like this. And because of the beautiful one, this is going to be easy to bring up in a moment. So let's just continue like this, and like this. Perfect. Now I just need to make sure that I have enough of these. I don't even remember what they're called. Fission fuel assembly. So let's grab all of these. And how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 29, 29 plus 4, 33, 37, 41. If my maths are right, this should be 41. So I'm going to go assembly like this, and I'm going to make just 41 just to see if I was right about what I just said. And now I can just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I just have to be careful not to do it with the last level. Perfect. So the last level has to be these fuel control. So they're all topped with the fuel control rod assembly, and you can't really make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, the reactor just won't form. So I'm just going to finish putting that. And you know what? I should probably have brought my bed with me so that I could sleep, because having to go over to the main island every time I want to sleep is going to be a problem. That being said, I could just craft another bed. Okay, so let's just do that. So I'm going to craft another bed just because, oh, I have 2 billion beds, so that's not a great idea. I'm just going to make a bed, sleep, and we should be ready in a moment. Okay, so now that's done, I can now use my wand to finish closing this. And when I finish this, it's going to make like a, look for it, it's going to go like red glimmer around, which means it's well formed. Hey, I know how to build a reactor. Okay, so now you can see the reactor. It's disabled right now. Don't activate it. The most urgent and important thing of all now is to make sure that it's filled with water. So I'm going to grab some ultimate mechanical pipe. I'm going to put like this, and these are going to connect to the turbine on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. And it's going to take it from there. But that being said, I don't want to take, like, I need to pre-fill it, and I need to make sure that it's never out. So what I'm also going to do is put 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and then I'm going to configure those to extract, extract, extract. Oh, and then we're going to need a bucket of water. I believe that that should be enough for the reactor. So let's just put these, and voila. Oh, this is so beautiful. In my test, I just put 1 right here, and 1 wasn't enough, but I love how it's just flowing in and you see it fill up. Talk about beautiful stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we need, whoa. Okay, so we're going to need to reset. So delete this one, add new, power gen 1. Okay, and now we can go back home. Oof. It's a good thing that it moves us out of the path of death. Okay, so let's come back here, and I'm gonna grab 5. I should never go through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But like, I want to make sure that this thing's run for as long as I need it to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's a gas. Of course, some of those dirt will happen. So now I need the gas pipe. So minus, where's the pressure tube? Ultimate pressurized tube. That's going to go, yeah, much better. Like this. Oh. And then we're going to go and configure them to extract. But we're also going to have to set them to output from the top. This is not the default value for each. So this one, output from the top. Output from the top. And wow, it took 8 million just to fill the pipe and the reactor. That's kind of crazy. Okay, output from the top, output from the top, and the last one, just repeat with me, output from the top. And now if we look at the reactor, it's full of fissile fuel, 2.6 million, and full of 133 million buckets of water. Okay, so now we need the output waste. So waste, is there anything in there? Nope. So the waste barrel, the beauty is they don't really decay. Like it takes forever to decay. So I want to craft some more of these. 1, 2, 3. Like I want 5 for here, and I'm going to need 2 more, I believe. I'm not sure. So the way these are going to work, again, are ultimate pressurized, and they input from the top. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the output from the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's really important. That's how they work. You can't do like a different mechanism. It's input from the top, output from the bottom. Okay, and then here this is going to be the steam. Well, the steam coming out is it's a gas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and right here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So now we're ready for the turbine. So let me just throw all of that in here. I don't know that I'm going to need any of that anymore. Oh, I put it in the wrong place, but too bad. So turbine, and for the turbine, that one I'm just going to make 9 by 9. So let's make some of these. Don't know if it's going to be enough. And for the 9 by 9, I'm going to need 200 casing. So no, it's not enough. 612, 180, 192. Yeah, just approximate it. Now the turbine valve, I'm going to need 2, 4. I want 2 to extract power and 2 to input steam. Then I'm going to need some turbine rotor. So the rotor, I need 7. And you can fit, I believe you can fit 4 of these turbine blade. No, 2 per. So I'm going to grab 14 of those. And now I remembered that I forgot something. So we need to go back home to craft another recipe. So this is one of those things that is really annoying. For the turbine, you can't use reactor glass. You have to use structural glass. Like, this is the kind of thing that I feel that it could just have been simplified and they could just have used the same for both. Like, they could have just said a reactor use structural glass and a turbine use structural glass. That's it. So turbine casing, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, perfect measurement. So now take that out, and let's just go with the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we need to do the same setup, going up. I just don't remember. You know what? I'll do that after because I'm not quite sure the height yet. So the exact center needs to have the turbine rotor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're just going to put turbine blade on all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And it's to the top. Perfect. So it could even go higher because what you have to be careful is that the blade do not touch. You know what? Let's just make rotor. 2 more. I might be pushing my luck, but I'm just I'm too curious. I need to try this. So blade, and if it completely fails, well, at least you guys will have a nice little derp to look at. So let's just put 2 more, 1 and 2, 3, 4, and oh, we should still be good. So I'm not going to go further than that because there's a limit to how much I want to test my luck. Structural glass, I'm just going to need a butt ton of those. So let's just do that. Grab all of it. And okay, so we need to close this down, and I'm going to do the same thing. And the structural glass needs to go to the height of this. I think you can even go 1 higher. Yeah. Oh yeah, perfect. I like this look. I'm going to use this. So let's just continue. Perfect. Now let's go. This. Perfect. Okay, so right now I know this is a port, so there's no point putting glass somewhere. This is going to be the turbine valve to get the input of gas, and this too. And I believe they're just going to connect once I put the, once it's fully formed. Okay, so this is not in the right place, but it doesn't matter because we can move it up. And like this, and like this. And continue. Also, same thing. This one does not have a controller or brain. It's just you build the structure and it is what it is. But now we need to output power. So the input and output are the same. Well, the same material. So I'm going to go like this and output power here and output power here. Okay. So now this is the rotor. Okay. We need one. So let me just come here. We're going to need 1 rotational complex. So craft 1 of these. And we're going to need to surround the whole layer with pressure disperser. So the name says it. It's to disperse the pressure. So we're going to need 48 of those. And grab those. So the way this works is you put this on top of the rotor. So this is kind of what produces the power. And then this is to let the steam chew and disperse the pressure that's in the turbine. Okay, from now on, I won't be able to go back in it. So just make sure I didn't drop any block. No, all good. Put this here. I'm going to finish this layer and then we're going to go and sleep. So like this, and let's just go sleep. Okay, so pressure disperser. Then we need to produce power. So to produce power, we need the next to be the coil. Coil or what generates the power. Coil. So these we're going to need 49 because we don't have the empty spot in the middle, and 7 by 7 is 49. So we're just going to come here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Then we need the saturating condenser. Oh, wrong place. Condenser. So these we're also going to need 49. And they go just on top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the last thing that we need is the last thing we're going to need to close it, but the last different item that we need are the turbine vent. So that's to vent the water. So those we need 56. 56, like so. And we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I don't know why I'm counting those. Let me just finish this quickly and stop counting. It's basically covering all of this layer right here, this top layer, which is the power producing part. Perfect. And now we finish everything with turbine casing. And this is where I'm going to start from to make the setup. It's not placing the block fast enough for my flight. That's kind of funny. So let's just finish that. And by the way, like I said, all of the surrounding needs to be, like the corner needs to be blocked. That's why here we don't need to we can put glass so that we can see this layer, which I find an interesting look. So let's just finish that. And as I do the last, it's going to have the same little red glow. Oh, that is not good. Casing, valve, rotor, turbine blade, rotational complex, electromagnetic coil. Okay, so you have to give me 1 second. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to intershman it. Mechanism, turbine setup. And I just need, maybe I put something in the wrong order. That's what I want to check. So energy, because tail rotor, less room for vents, some things high. The rotor could reduce flow and therefore energy. One coil will support. Perfect. Multi-block will sparkle red on final block placement. Okay, so just to make sure. Am I missing? Oh. Hopefully that's all it was. And yes. Oh, okay. Phew. And these now connected, and these water pipe have not connected because they actually connect to these vent right here, like so. Oh man, I got worried for 1 second. Okay, so now this is going to be a difficult operation to set up. Yeah, okay. So right here, we're gonna activate, and it's going to start producing heat. Okay. Don't know if I need to set these to output. I guess not. So let's just, these should start producing enough heat. At some point, it's going to start making stuff. So, oh, it's already working because it made some, which means there should be some steam in here. Yeah, it's building up slowly. Okay, so what's going to happen? Oh, it has a capacity of 46 million buckets of steam. So, oh, and these are full. So what's happening here is that we're producing some steam, and if I look here, the steam is going up, and I think it's going up because we haven't started producing. Yes, we have started producing power. So the flow rate is 1,900 millibucket per tick, and it's still going up. This is kind of worrying. It shouldn't be going up. It should see the, oh, I think it's going up because there's not enough steam yet for it to be a problem. So right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, and this is a fission reactor statistics, heat capacity, fuel surface area, boil efficiency, blah, 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 fuel statistics, and then the current burn rate, I'm going to move up to 2. So now it should be producing so more steam, and if I come here, aha, steam is going up, so that's normal. And if we look here, we have some nuclear waste, and wow, we already have more than I thought we would. Okay, so let me just do a quick little setup like this, and put another one right here. And what I want to do is I want to configure this. This has 1 bucket. Why is my, oh, perfect. So there's, why isn't there a 1 bucket in here? So what I'm trying to do is get 1 bucket in here. So now it went like all over the place. So I'm going to set this to extract, this to extract. I'm going to set them all to extract. This now has 2 bucket, which is not what I want. So now, well, which is enough for now. So this is 2 buckets, and I'm just going to let the rest accrue in these nice little, nuclear waste. So thing to be careful here is that we're not filling out with steam. Like if the waste tank or the heated coolant tank are full, this is going to start taking damage. If we run out of water, this is going to start taking damage. I'm going to come back here and oh, it's starting to turn and we're making now 102 kilo FE. Yeah, so we are now making a quarter of what we're making on the other side, but this is still okay. So you can see now that it's the steam is no longer going up. So I can come back here, do this and say, let's try for 4. And of course, the first thing you check is the water holding. You need to make sure that the water doesn't go down. And then here, the steam is going back up. So while we're waiting, the energy needs to go somewhere. This is super important because once this is full of power, it's going to say, well, I don't need to process it anymore. So it's going to stop processing the steam, which is going to stop emptying the steam from here. And that's when things start getting damaged. So now I have a small little thing that I've been wanting to do forever. Let's just go back here. We're going to need, you know what? We don't need a lot of these, but yeah, I know. I said all recipes. So let's come back here and say at Draconic, we're going to need a reactor, not a reactor, an energy core. Let's make the recipe for that. And we're going to need some energy core stabilizer like this and like this. We're going to set those all up in here. And then we're going to say, give me a energy core 1, start. And give me 39 energy core stabilizer. 39. So it's 9 by 9. 3 by 3 is 9. 927. 927. No, 918. 27, 36. 36. I need 36. Start. Perfect. Get me that. And then I'm going to get rid of all of these things. I'm going to put this in my bag. I'm going to also put this in my bag for now. And now what I need is I'm going to need some awakened draconium. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks should be enough. And draconium, I'm going to fill the rest of my inventory with it. Perfect. Now let's go back here and we're going to make the max size power ball for the power. And well, I guess it's going to be here, which not the side that I thought I was going to make it. And we're going to make it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Let's put the energy core right here. And we're going to break all of this again. Screw it. Hey, what's going on? I didn't press the button fast enough, so I just started falling. You know what? I'm back. Sometimes it's just easier this way. And you know what? It's time to sleep again. Let's go to sleep. Right after sleeping, we're going to check our reactor and our turbine just to make sure. Reactor, water's holding, steam's not going up. And if I come here, steam's no longer going up. Oh my God, steam's no longer going up. I think we can go to 8. I'm kind of scared, but let's try it. Is water holding? Yes. Is steam holding? Steam is going up. Technically, we can handle 46 million bucket, 46,000 bucket. Steam is holding. Water is holding. Perfect. So I'm not going to go higher right now. I need to make sure that this is built. So we're going to come here. We're going to say tier up. We're going to go to the highest tier. And we're going to say assemble core. And we're going to back away and just check it. And while we're checking it from the side, I'm just going to make sure that I do not run out of draconium from my inventory. I think it should be good. And voila. Like, this is such a pain to assemble. The fact that there's an auto assemble, the first time I made one of these, I didn't know there was an auto assemble, and OMG, It was so painful trying to reproduce the proper structure perfectly. I wanted to cry. So now this should be, I think I have enough, yeah. I didn't count how many blocks because at this point I could even make 2 or 3 of these, but they can hold so much power, I will never need another one. I'll be able to dump all of my power in there. And the thing is, I don't even need the power because as you guys know, just going to be careful in case I need some. As you guys know, if you run out, you have to restart. Perfect. You have to break everything and restart. Then on each face, you make a little 9 of these energy core stabilizer, and they make this nice round shape once you're done. To me, it would have made more sense if we didn't put a center one, but whatever. It's just, I don't think the guy thought about that, or maybe it's harder to detect a edges versus a round, but whatever. So let's just put all of that here, and now we can right click and say activate. So we now have a Draconic Evolution core, power core, energy core. And now we need to go back home again and make some more recipe. So let's come back home right here, and we're going to need energy pylon. So energy pylon, we're going to set the recipe, and we can put all of this in here and come right here, put that in there. And now we're going to order 16 pylon. Do I need 16? No. Let's just make 16. I don't know why. So 16 pylon, start. Perfect. Then we're going to need 60 glass. So half and half. And then we're going to need some power cable. And I think I'm starting to run out of ultimate power cable. So I'm just going to craft a couple more. Yeah, 1. Where are my, oh, no, pressurized tube. Okay, so now I can go back to my power gen. And we need to start extracting power from here. No rush still, but better sooner rather than later. So we're going to go and just be 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then I'm going to put 8 on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on, 11, 12. Oh, this is so painful. And now put 8 here. 6, 7, 8. And for these to form, you just need to put a glass on top. And with the little particle effect, you can already see that, oh, they're not equal. Oh, this is going to annoy me too much. And I've lost those. So what do? We go pylon. We make 1 more. I should probably have turned my my backpack on, to be honest. Let's put that right there, and then this, and then we need another glass right here, and voila. Storage power, power storage is handled. This is now producing 411 KFE, and it's just being pulled into here, and in 35,000 here, it's going to be completely full. But that's not really important to me. What's important is that this can never max out on power anymore. Oh, the power's on this side. Sorry, this can never max out on power. So now if I come here, I'm going to do something crazy and go to 16. If I go to 16, oh my god, the water's still holding. If I go on this side, water's still holding, this is still holding, and we're now producing, oh, these are filling. I think that it's, Do they fill from the bottom or from the top? I don't understand what's going on right now. Why are these not filling with waste? Oh, the waste, yeah, the nuclear waste is dissipating over time. Okay, so we need to start processing it. Okay, so we needed to do all of this for antimatter. So waste fuel, nuclear waste. For nuclear waste, you can do two things. You can transform it with an isotopic centrifuge into plutonium, and you can transform it with a solar neutron activator into polonium. Okay? Polonium can be put in a pressurized reaction chamber with water and fluoride dust to make a polonium pellet, or in a supercritical phase shifter, short SPS, to make antimatter. So this is what we want. We want polonium, polonium, polonium. But we're going to need, so if I come back here, these polonium pellet are used to make the supercharged coil that the SPS needs, and it's also used to make SPS casing, and it's also used to make like a couple of other things. So the problem is, this is an exact perfect case of I don't want to wait for it, because I would need this reactor to run for a couple of days to be able to get my material. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come right here, grab an energy cube, like this, and I'm going to put an energy cube under right here, put this and put this on top, and I'm going to now grab pressurized, where? No, I have some on me. Please use what you have. No, ultimate universal. Ultimate universal. Oh, they're right here. Darn it. Nope. Okay, I give up. I need pressurized. I must have thrown them in the system. Pressurized. So I need these. So I need to take these. And now this is going to connect. I don't want this to be connected. Perfect. Oh, shoot. And that's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to have a crazy amount of this in here. Well, so now I'm going to grab another radioactive waste barrel, and this is really kind of weird, but radioactive waste barrel is used for radioactive waste, but it's also used to put the plutonium. So now we have plutonium, and then we're going to need to process this plutonium. How do we process the plutonium? With a PRC and fluoride dust. So pressurized reaction chamber right here. Start. So I'm going to need another creative energy cube. I'm using creative energy cube because this is just so much easier. So creative energy cube, pressurized reaction chamber, not ultimate universal cable, ultimate pressurized, and like this. And then I wanted to put only one bucket in there. I guess I really screwed that up. So this should start filling the moment I do this. Hello. Oh, I need to set the gas. So fluids, gases. Perfect. Plutonium. Now I'm going to need a liquid fluid from the back. Perfect. I'm going to need water. So grab this, grab a water bucket. Let's put this right here. Water bucket. Let's put a ultimate mechanical pipe. This. And voila. Now we just need fluoride. Let's just come here. Water is holding. Let's just come here. Steam is holding. Oh, wow, this is so cool. So now that I've done this, I could be able to make, I just need to go back home because now I need some crushed fluorite. I'm just going to make 64. I don't need a crazy amount. So fluorite, grab this. Can I crush this? Can it go into a crusher? Yes, perfect. So I'm going to come back right here. Ultimate crushing factory. And then I'm going to go fluorite. And perfect. Let's go back to the power island and sleep because this is annoying. Let's sleep. Oh, this is so cool. I'm getting everything I wanted to do. I didn't think that I was going to have the time, but we're going to be able to do it on time. We put that here and we're going to get our first plutonium pellet and some spent nuclear waste. Great. Okay, so is this all done? This is, oh, it's still transforming. There's so much. This is the plutonium, and the plutonium is, that's all you can do with it. So you know what, I might just let it finish doing what it needs to do, and I'm going to see, can this be cheated? Trash, no, at Mekanism, I know that there's something to destroy in here. I don't know if it works though. So let me just come back here. These basic bin, shift N for description. A block used to store, no, those are to store, not to destroy. I'll do that research on my own time. Basically, I'd like to get that spent nuclear waste and just get rid of it. And you cannot put that in, well, you can put it in a nuclear waste barrel, but those radioactive waste barrel, never, ever, ever break them. If you break them, you're just dead. Oh, no! That's what I didn't want to do. So now I'm going to die. I'm not... This was so dumb. I never tried using that, but now I'm getting radiation poisoning and radiation damage. And I don't think, I don't know how long it lasts, but now my island is now radioactive. So this is going to be super annoying because I don't know how to resolve it. Let me just do something. Let's grab some bread just so that we don't stop dying, because we need to do one last operation. So if I come back to Power Gen 1 and teleport over, now the other thing that we were talking about, oh my god, this is going to be so annoying. So just 1 second, option, music and sound, and player? Yeah, okay, so that's not as bad. So if we come right back here and we look at nuclear waste, nuclear waste can be transformed using a solar neutron activator into polonium. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to grab one of the 1,000 solar neutron radiator that we created, and we're going to take that and put it right here. So battery, solar neutron radiator. Oh, I don't want this. I want to put this. And then we're going to bring this over here. No, not the power cable. That's explaining why it didn't connect. Oh God. I'm kind of stressed by the sound and the fact that I just screwed up royally. So let's do this, which is now making polonium. Oh, perfect. And now we can disconnect this. And we can reconnect this. Because polonium is something that we want as much of as possible. And I'm going to grab another radioactive something. And I'm just going to go 2 away and 2 up like this. Put this right, yeah, right here. So now we're starting to get some polonium in here. Polonium can also be transformed. Nope. Polonium can also be transformed into polonium pellet with fluorite dust. So now I'm going to, I can be transformed into a pressurized reaction chamber. Perfect, the same way. So let's just go pressure, oh, nope, not the right thing. Pressurized reaction chamber. Let's craft one. And so I could let myself die so that we could stop this sound, but the problem is we're not going to stop this sound because even if I die, I will still need to come back to this island, and this island, as you can see from the particle effect everywhere, is radioactive. So for that, I'm kind of done. So energy cube, grab another one, put it right here. Yeah, right here. Put that right there, and can't make the exact same setup as the other one, so I'm going to use an EMC link like this. Put that right there, and then we're going to put some water. Oh boy, this is so dumb. Water in here. And then we need to configure this to export. Perfect. So now we need the other side of gas to import. And we're going to now connect this. And you know what? We're going to split this off for 1 second. Why am I not? Oh. What the heck? Let me just grab this and put it back. Perfect. Now I need to turn it back off. And this should be, yeah, there's way too much already. Let me turn this off. Turn this back on. And we're making polonium, and in here, oh, we need the fluorite, so let's go back home. Oh my god, this is so annoying. So come back home and grab some fluorite. Fluorite. Another stack. And we're going to put this in the crusher. Fluorite. Just waiting for the powder to finish. And let's go back. Can't believe I irradiated, and that's why you build it away from your base. Okay, this is still good. This is still holding. This is still holding. Perfect. So let's come back here and put this in there. So now we have some plutonium pellet right here, and we have some polonium pellet, and these I'm going to set into a 9001. So now we're accruing polonium right here, and that's going to be it. So we're going to go back to the other island, and I'm going to leave this setup alone to produce more polonium. And we're going to come back right here, and we're going to set, you know what, we're going to come back here, and we're going to set these two new resources right here. So I need some drawers. 1 and 2. So I'm going to go drawer. This one is going to be this one is going to be that. We're going to lock it, and we're going to set some 9000 to them. So logistical transporter. Oh god, I cannot wait to die so that this sound ends. Ultimate logistical transporter. Oh, right here, like so and like so. Let's disconnect those two. Then I need two 9001. 1, 2. Like so and like so, and then I can go 1 in there, 1 in there, just 1, put the other one right here, and perfect. So now we have infinite of, we're going to have infinite of these resources. And now I need 2 external storage, 1, 2, and some cables. right here. This and like this. Priority 30. Priority 30. And connect these. Now if I come in my system and I search for polonium, I have this 2K. And if I search for plutonium, I have 2K. So that's all I wanted to do for this episode. There won't be any time lapse. I'm just going to let myself die and respawn so that we stop having this issue. And letting ourselves die is going to be super easy. All we have to do is stop eating. So if I take the bread out, I'm no longer eating. So I'm getting damaged and we are slowly going oh my god. Whew. Respawn point set. And we're, come on, just die already. So, oh, I think it's going to be faster if I do this. Yes, okay, finally. An achievement, almost unkillable. Let's respawn, do this, and we're good. Oh, by the way, for 1 second, like I remember this happened to me in my test world. When you die, these go into your special places. I don't know all their names. Okay, so let's get rid of this. So now that we're dead, we can stop this episode. I cannot go back to this island. If I go back to this island, I'll get irradiated again. But I have a solution for that. And in the next episode, before we build the SPS, we're going to start with how we save ourselves from being irradiated. And then we'll go and set up the SPS and start making antimatter. And once we have antimatter, we'll just be able to set it up right here. And we're going to be ready for the creative tank. But we're not going to be able to make the tank, because for the tank we need, well, we could, but we need to unlock this first. And to unlock this first, the dependencies is creative, which means we're missing a creative item. So next episode is antimatter, and the episode after that is going to be killing the Gaia. So not in this episode because it was too long, but in the next episode I'm going to set up a Gaia killing area back there. We're going to kill a Gaia so that we can get the Gaia the Gaia Spirit, which we're going to do with the 9001, and we're going to make the Gaia Spirit ingot. Well, we won't need to dupe those because we're going to have the Gaia Spirit dupe. We're going to make the fabulous mana pool out of Bifrost. I'm going to explain all of this. We're going to make the infinite mana pool. We're going to replace these 4 with the new 4 infinite mana pool, and we're going to go into one of, well, we're going to go to the next episode, and I think that I'm going to be able to finish this whole playthrough in 3 or 4 episodes. We're gonna have to rush a couple of things, but it's completely doable. So I'm going to end right here so you can see this from afar. I'm not going there because of the radiation, and next time we go there, we're going to be safe from radiation. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.